Okay, I'm showing you this video picture of my cell phone, and as a result you can clearly see that it's November 2nd, 2013 at 7:48 a.m. and my name is Leslie Williams. And I'm making this particular video file right now in order to be able to make predictions concerning what is going to transpire at my next hiking areas that I am literally making kits to move to. And what do I mean by kits? Well, let me just get this camera situated. As a result of me being a target victim and activist concerning the criminal expeditions of what is known as organized stalking, which can also be termed as gang stalking, targeted individuals of this crime are literally subjected to organized, community-based, crafted harassment that is set up for a target to experience by the person who's perpetrating the criminality towards the target, using usually just duped community members. Now, this video, I have to stay on track in reference to the reason why it's made. I have a bunch of YouTube videos online that can clearly show you what's happening to me, and I will also put some cooperating material in the description of this YouTube video so you can literally see undisputable, in-your-face evidence that this criminality is happening towards me. Now, in 2012, at my last hiking area, I am hiking in California. I'm saving for a mobile home, but I'm actually probably going to be moving to another state once some legal issues are taken care of here in California in an uncorrupted fashion. And the reason why I say that is because I already have no doubt in my mind whatsoever that this organized stalking, gang stalking expedition is being perpetrated by individuals in the system. And these criminalities can be perpetrated by individuals in the system at the federal, state, and local level. Make no mistake about it, if you do your research in reference to these statements, you will find evidence online that practically every single targeted individual is saying the same exact thing. Basically, so what I'm doing, in 2012, at my previous hiking area, I was making some videos, and I uploaded them to the internet. And some of the videos that I made at my last hiking area, I was literally stating that individuals were walking by on the sidewalk and saying gang stalking. Those videos have been uploaded. Then I moved to this hiking area that I've been at now for 1 full year. Okay? As a result of the evidence that I have accumulated over the last year and a half, I have over 700 separate audio files of individuals getting around me everywhere I go saying gang stalk, gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalking, gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk, gang stalk, gang stalker, oh my god, we're crazy, gang stalk, in that way. Okay? Now think about this. I was making videos at a separate location over 50 miles away from the location I've been living at now for a year, and I was saying that it was occurring towards me at that location a year ago. And then I moved to LaJolla for a full year, and I've got undisputable proof that the method I was exposing at a separate, totally different location 40 to 50 miles away has been caught in this location, which is 40 to 50 miles away from the other location that I was making the prior videos at, stating that these words were being said around me at that location in that calendar year, which means I was stalked from that location to this one. Now, an event happened towards me, concerning me, directly to me, by supposedly a property owner, concerning a place that I went to for 2 days on September 8th and September 9th. And I have not made no videos describing what that event, what happened during that event. Now, and I'm not going to make any videos concerning what happened at that event until I move completely from this area. That's right. But I will say this. What was caught between me and the individual that approached me on the 8th and the 9th is two of the things that were said, especially one of them, was totally inappropriate. Okay? And I will make statements concerning what occurred towards me between the 8th and 9th in a separate video, again, once I move from this area. As a result of what happened on the 8th and 9th, I have decided to... See, I made a mistake when I moved here. I brought all the property, I brought 98% of the property that I own, that I use on an everyday basis to this location. That's right. And then I bought additional stuff over the, during the year. If anything was to ever happen and and the cops and or property owner approach me at this area and tell me that I got to move and I got 24 hours to do it, especially if I haven't found another hiking area, how am I going to move all the property I own within a 24-hour period to a place I haven't even found yet? That's right. Because in organized gang stalking expeditions, their whole goal in reference to their motivation is to break you down physically, emotionally, financially, physiologically, and spiritually. and financial. Well, I already said financially. And this is done because basically what they're doing, 70% of all targeted individuals are women. These expeditions are directly connected to, but not limited to, human trafficking rings, prostitution rings, and sexual servitude rings. That's right. It's one of the reasons why the homelessness is created to begin with. That's right. And basically, they create the homelessness by getting landlords, property owners on board, using city inspectors, building inspectors, and I'm not saying these. Just Google the descriptions I just described and research what targeted individuals' blogs are stating in reference to how the homelessness was created of them. Now, in your first day of research in reference to how they create homelessness of targets, when you research GangStalking in your first day of research, you'll see creating homelessness of targets is one of the main objectives they eventually do towards at least 90% of all targeted individuals. Male theft and male delayment. Google that. And cross-references to GangStalking as well as postal employees. That's right. So what I decided to do in response to what happened towards me on September 8th and 9th at a separate location, but is that location connected to this one? I will talk about that again when I make that video concerning what happened on those dates. As a result of what happened on those dates, I've decided to make up identical kits to take to at least 3 to 4 separate hiking areas, and then an emergency kit. That's right. So I can put myself in a more mobile situation. See, because like if they were to come and evict me from this hiking area while I have all my stuff here, how could I possibly move all my stuff within a 24-hour period to a place that I don't even have really totally picked out yet? Where would I go? That's their whole goal, is to make you feel like you have nowhere to go. That's why this has been the 4th hiking area I've been GangStalked to. So that's why I'm making this video. Now, they set up some individuals to hike out about 200 feet away from me within 2 weeks after I moved from this area. And those individuals are constant. You wouldn't believe the things that they have done just since the 22nd of October. Literally getting individuals to get up closer. They got a hiking area about 150 feet away from me. And then where they're positioned at, there's a ledge that they can walk on that brings them closer to my hiking area. They walk to the end of that ledge and will repeat GangStalk, GangStalk, GangStalker, oh my god, non-stop, laugh about it, and then say other sexual remarks that are extremely descriptive. That's right, like suck my you know what. That's right. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California. I make these videos to inform, to expose the truth concerning the factual realities of these expeditions. Now, I'm a woman, and I'm a good woman. I'm not involved in any illegal or criminal activity whatsoever. I am not a threat to myself or others, and I am not crazy. But these are the kinds of labels that they attempt to put on organized gang stalking targets for the eventual... See, because there's many motivations. One target can be picked for multiple motivations, including attempting to petition the state to take syndicated probate control of a target in order to place them in an organized crime syndicated run group home based on these labels that they attempt to portray the target as in falsified documentation, like falsified police reports, falsified county mental health reports, falsified psychiatric reports, and petitioning a target into a psychiatric floor or a county mental health department psychiatric floor is done for insurance fraud, and it's done to start. It's done so the perpetrators can start to accumulate the documentation that's needed to take probate control. So this is about racketeering, insurance fraud, and human trafficking, because human trafficking does occur in these homes, in isolated environments, that the targeted individual can never escape from, because the cops that are part of the syndicates protect the group homes in reference to who owns them. That's right, and they can place anywhere between 7 to 8 to 9 different people in one home, and that's also done in order to get the mortgage of a home paid off faster so they can flip the property by using innocent individuals they're taking out of our homes, okay, by getting landlords and property owners on board, putting us out on the street, initiating the organized stalking harassment, which includes staged events, which can, and when they stage an event, they stage the witness as well. And then the police are called. They come out and either arrest the target or file a false police report, or will petition the target in a county mental health. That's right. They've already tried it with me, literally, to my face, as even a tape recorder was running. Now, think about this. If I have over 700 separate audio files of the following things being said around me in the same exact identical way that I'm going to describe them, which are people getting around me saying gangstalk, gangstalker, gangstalk, oh my god, gangstalk, gangstalk, oh my god, gangstalk, gangstalker, gangstalking, oh my god, gangstalk, gangstalk, oh my god, gangstalk, weird, crazy, oh my god, gangstalk. In that way, everywhere I go, every single day. That's right. Think about that. How often do you hear that being said around you when you go out about during your day? Now, the crime that's happening to me is called gangstalking. No one should know me by name at all, and also no one should know that this crime's happening to me in California, because I've titled all my videos "Learning Disabled Woman," and I've never introduced myself to one person. Not to one person except for specific university campus police officers and certain San Diego police officers. That's right. So how do these people know to get around me, to say gangstalking around me in that way, in locations that are anywhere between 1 to 30 to 50 miles apart, even locations that are 167 miles apart? How? It's their way to remind me that I'm a victim of this crime and to reinforce the victimization of it. Basically what they're trying to do is just basically keep you in a constant neural mental loop concerning these criminalities by constantly reminding you that you're a victim of this crime, by literally getting around you and repeating the name of it constantly and non-stop. And that's not including the physical gestures that they get around me and make on a daily basis to remind me, to keep me in a mental neural loop that I'm being victimized by this crime. Go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Catches Gangstalker Admitting Sent to Harass, Read Comments." That's right. That's right. So, what I'm doing right now, they're using homeless people as well. Because homeless people are easily bought off. They're easily paid for through services that are known by police officers, social services workers, parole officers, probation officers, and any other individuals that's in the system that has the knowledge of resources that can be connected to government positions. Because you got to understand, a lot of police officers run across homeless people. They're asked what's going on, how'd you get into this situation? And the person will tell them their story, and they say, well, here's a list of places you can maybe go to get some help. Just listen to what I'm saying, because I know what I'm talking about. Flat out, literally know what I'm talking about. From experience, from things I've witnessed and things I've read. So basically what they're doing is that they're paying off the homeless people when it comes to just the homeless people they're using, they're paying off them with community resources that the average community citizen donates to, like charities, churches, in reference to the charitable services that a church might offer, Salvation Army, Goodwill. That's right. That's right. And they also own homeless shelters, or syndicated members can be working in them. Listen to every word I state to you, because it comes from experience and educated knowledge. Now again, this situation you're seeing me in right now making this video was not created by me at all in reference to anything that I paid my rent, and it was literally stolen out of the mail. Mail that was mailed, certified mail return receipt. That's right. And they were literally withholding my rent every single month, 6 months before they finally stole it, acting as if they didn't get it, and put me on this emotional and neural mental loop about what's going on now. Is it going to get stolen this month? Because what was happening to me in my last apartment building was they were basically taking every opportunity they could to walk by me and get around me and say, does she really expect to keep living here? Why don't you kick her out of here? And then they started delaying my rent, having the property owner act like they didn't get it. He would send me an eviction notice saying you got 7 days to prove you sent it. Then he'd wait until the 7th day at 7 o'clock at night and then call me on the phone and say he found it and it was lost in billing. They did that for 6 months in a row, putting me on an emotional and mental roller coaster, which was designed to mentally wear me down, and then they finally stole it. Then they expected me to pay that month's rent over again, plus next month's rent. That's right. While having my apartment broken into, things stolen and then replaced at a later date, furniture moved around, the things they were doing with my food were just, everything I'm just describing to you right now can be Googled. Now, so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to 3 to 4 separate hiking areas, and I'm going to treat them as temporary hiking areas. And I'm predicting right now what they're going to do. They're going to have individuals, homeless people, bothering me at them. They're going to probably use parks and recreation employees. They're going to use individuals who are acting like they're in the park for park reasons, like going through the park to walk through the park, ride through the park, just walk through there with their families or their children, or as a group, or any preservation services. Because these individuals are connected in the system. And as a result of the tracking and surveillance of a target, they know where target's hiking at. How do you think I'm experiencing the gang stalking here? And at the last one, and the one before that. That's right. Now, since I can't get any uncorrupted police officer to make an honest police report that I am being gang stalked, I can get no help. At all. Literally. Because what they want to do is be able to continue the campaign until the campaign bears its fruits, which will lead to the exploitation of the target. That's right. It's organized crime in the system. So, what I'm doing right now is I'm literally showing you that I'm at this hiking area right now. And I can prove where I'm at just by showing you right now where I'm at. Okay, in reference to what you see here. Okay? In reference to what you see here. Hang on a second, let me just do something real fast. Okay, in reference to what you see here. Okay? This is the area where the dead fallen tree's at, in reference to other videos that I've made concerning this area. Now, I'm going to say a coded word here, and I don't know if this is going to seem peculiar to you or not. But this is, I have to code my location in order to be able to if I have to on a later date, identify where I'm at. Okay? And I'm just going to do it right now. ×2. Okay? IGL, no, I'm sorry. It would be, LGIL. And anyways, just bear with me, okay? If you knew how I work in reference to my developed strategies to prove this criminality is happening to me, you would 100% completely, with common sense, understand why I made that code name. Just trust me, okay? Now, as a result of what I experience along all my routes every single day, and remember, 700 separate audio files do not lie. Cop Block, which is an organization online that basically is created to expose crimes by police officers. Okay, now don't get me wrong here, okay? I am not against any police officer who gets up, takes a shower, drinks his coffee, eats his breakfast, goes to work, hoping to fight crime in our communities so we can have safe communities. I have no problem whatsoever with any uncorrupted police officer whatsoever. In fact, I'll make a statement to you right now. Police officers, if you're uncorrupted, watch your back, because there are fellow syndicated police officers who are directly connected to these organized crime groups, and if they think that you even witnessed something and you might not even know what you witnessed, they'll target you. They'll target your family. They'll literally implement schemes to get you fired, and if not hurt. I know exactly what I'm talking about, and if you guys knew who I am, okay. I wasn't just picked because of the motivations they had to exploit me and my finances and me myself and my insurance. There's a great possibility that I'm being targeted because of the family I came from. Military. My father was Chief MP to General Curtis LeMay. I have retired NASA in my family, retired high-ranking Air Force, and my ex-husband was a submarine radar antenna electrician. Now, submarine radar antennas are directly connected to specific technologies that gang stalking expeditions have in their possession and do utilize against organized stalking targets. Make no mistake about this. So I want to say to any uncorrupted police officer, watch your back, okay? Because they will target you in a second. And to give you an illustration of how that this is a factual reality, go to Google and type in the Hemet Police Gang Squad being gang stalked, along with some Riverside public officials. The best way to see a good article concerning that is to go to Google and type in G space S space watchdog space YouTube channel Hemet Police Gang Stalked. You will run across the GS Watchdog YouTube channel, who's got a YouTube video about the Hemet Police being gang squad being gang stalked. In the description of that YouTube video is an examiner.com article. Link. Click on it. That's right. It's talked about how they were set up to be targeted, even set up to be murdered, and it also talks about us fellow targeted individuals, and it also talks about some of this technology that I just aforementioned briefly described, which I didn't even really describe by name, because that's not what this video is about. Hang on. Alright, sweet peas, now, the reason why I'm making this video is because it's my divine right, and it's my divine right. It's my divine right to protect myself from these criminalities that are being covertly managed. Now, did you hear that? Did you hear that just now? That's some of the bicyclists. Okay, I'm not saying that those were the ones, but they do put bicyclists along the bike route to say GangStalking as well. And I caught it on audio file. I have undisputable proof this criminality is happening to me, because they want to taunt you about what's happening to you. They want to remind you about what's happening to you, and to keep you in a non-stop neural loop. Whenever you hear something, let me just give you a description real fast about how you can maybe get a good pictorial representation about this crime. And one of the main reasons why they say GangStalk around me everywhere I go. And I'm going to describe it to you right now while I'm lighting up a cigarette. And excuse me for smoking while I'm talking to you. Do you know how like when a rape victim, when a person is raped and then the police possibly find the rapist, and then the case will go to trial. Well, it's it's pretty much common knowledge that everybody, if you're older and you've heard, as you get older and you hear things on the news or read the newspaper, I'm sure you've run across articles or have heard things on the radio about a rapist being caught, and that what I'm trying to basically say is, how they don't like to put rape victims on the stand? Well, they do that because they don't want the rape victim to have to relive the experience. Okay? They don't want the rape victim to have to be back in the same room with the person who raped them. Okay? Well, this is what organized stalking and gang stalking methods, in reference to what they do to targeted individuals. They do rape targeted individuals. But let me tell you what they do. What they basically do is traumatize a target, and while the traumatization is occurring, they will anchor words, phrases, physical gestures, and even sounds, or even objects, to the traumatization, so the word, phrase, physical gesture, sound, or object becomes associated to the rape, to the traumatization. And then basically what they do is stimulate that memory to keep the target in a victimized mindset every day, everywhere they go. It's psychological battering, psychological harassment, it's mental cruelty, it's stalking, and that's not including all the other crimes that happen to us targeted individuals. That's right. Now, any uncorrupted police officers that might be watching this, I'm telling you right now, don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. What I'm trying to do is inform you so you can watch your back. Okay? I do what I do to inform the public, so the public can know what's really going on towards innocent human beings. I inform the police, so the police can really know what the system is involved in. Let me give you a sidebar illustration about how cruel these wild animals are. Go to YouTube and type in "learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus." Look at that brutal assault. It was the second one that occurred towards me in San Diego since I was back here. That's right. That's right. And they literally just tried a third one on October 3rd, 2013 on bus route 28. Literally. Then MTS sent me an altered video of that assault. Why is that? Why is the back door on the wrong side of the bus in that video? Why is the rail that holds the mirror on the wrong side of the bus? Why is the mirror backwards? And why is myself and the individual who assaulted me sitting on the opposite side of the bus in the video, in reference to where we were actually sitting at on the day of the assault? So if you watch that assault more than once, you'll see the cruelty. I was being assaulted because I was whistleblowing online concerning the San Diego Police and the San Diego Fire Department. That's right, because fire department personnel can also be involved in gang stalking, but I'm not saying all of them. That's right, they're used for fire truck siren harassment, and they're also used for illegal, I have a feeling they're also directly connected to some of the insurance fraud, okay? But anyways, look, it's the last thing I want to do is try and portray firefighters or police officers as being criminals. Because now, I'm not saying that all of them are involved in gang stalking. Of course not. Of course not. Okay? So, you know, just do your research online. Pick up, you know, take what I state and research it. All you got to do is think about it this way. Hang on a second. If you knew what I know, if you even had one inkling of what I know in its totality, you would be in my corner. That's if you're not a criminal, of course. You would be in my corner. You would not believe what is happening to the children of targets. You just would not believe what I know. Okay? So, if you have any type of civility in your heart, mind, and soul, in your moral code, how do you, you know, if you go into a Walmart or into a Ross grocery store and you see a mother with her child, or a father with his child, how do you, if you sat back and watched a criminal go into that store and take that child out of that shopping cart, and God only knows what happens to that child once it's taken from the parent, how do you think you'd feel? Well, go to YouTube and type in "Listen to a Stranger." Listen to a Stranger is a video that was literally made to illustrate how, in part, gang stalking operates. The individuals who are either syndicated police officers or individuals who are portraying to be police officers this one guy standing, he's portraying gang stalking, is what he's doing. And he's standing outside of a market, and as a result of him waving a fake badge, he's telling people that are going into the market what to do against a woman who's already in the market. Okay? Listen, that's why it's called Listen to a Stranger. The people that are going into the store are listening to this guy who's portraying himself to have a position of authority. He's getting them to do things towards a woman who's in the market, okay, based on a lie and the prestige of the badge. And listen to what he's stating. He's asking these individuals that are going into the market to separate her from her wallet, and then he's asking separate ones to separate the mother from the child. What more do I need to say to you? You would not believe what I know. I do what I do for the safety, the real safety, the honest safety of community members, uncorrupted police officers. That's right. And anybody who has a position in the community that has the time to research what I state, so they can make informed decisions to at least protect themselves, their loved ones, and so they can know the truth about what's happening to us. We're being run down to break us. That's why the homelessness is created to begin with. So we're going to see what happens at this hiking area before I can completely move from here, and we're going to see what happens at the hiking areas that I go to. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. I decided to divvy up my property and take a section of it to each separate hiking area, just to be able to position myself in a way to where when they come to the next ones to bring about staged events to evict me from them, okay, it won't wear me down physically, emotionally, and financially. That's right. And you would not believe how much this has just co-opted my schedule since the September 8th and 9th event. That's right. It totally distracted me from researching law firms that I was doing in that calendar time period. Is cyber surveillance a method of gang stalking? I gotta go. I appreciate you listening. Please look in the description of this YouTube video for cooperating materials so you can see what I'm telling you is the truth. And the only thing I ask and pray for anybody who's watching my videos is just say a prayer for me. If you see me in the community, don't approach me, just smile. Okay, don't get involved because they will target you or your family. I appreciate you listening, and have a nice day.